We're here at Blue Diamond Riley Services Limited at Bicester Heritage to get a crash course in pre-war motoring with this, the Riley War Department, and this, the Kestrel. This has a pre-selector automatic gearbox, very revolutionary for the day, and this has a crash box that you have to double declutch. This is going to be interesting.
Okay, so when we come to start and set off, so what you've got is obviously got a standard gearbox, but you've got a different pattern to what you used to.
Right, okay.
So first is over this side, then second.
Is it basically the opposite?
Then third, then fourth, yeah. So it's just reverse-handed, that's just
okay,
the way they work.
Yeah.
So when we set off and we go, clutch in, which is dead straightforward, and into first.
Right.
Okay, and then you'll let the clutch out. It's quite a high biting point, so you'll probably get a jerk and a movement. And then when you want second, it's just a question of neutral, clutch out, clutch in.
And in terms of going down gears?
Going down gears is a challenge. So the best way to go down gears is exactly the same, but what you need to do is you need to blip the throttle to rev match and get down.
Right, okay.
The brakes are interesting. So they work, but it takes a while.
Cool.
So again, won't matter on the track, but if ever you drive one of these out on the road, you brake hard and you brake early.
Yeah.
To make sure
preemptive.
So you make sure you can stop. What you do have is your handbrake is as good as your foot brake, so actually you can use the handbrake as well if you need to stop. None of this electronic handbrakes.
No.
Apart from that, it's fairly straightforward.
Oh. Good start.
Okay. So you just, yeah, that's it. So no seatbelt.
No seatbelt. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you get yourself ready. You happy with the pedals and the seating position?
Yeah.
So that means your magneto's on.
Yeah.
So then all you do is push that to start.
Push button start.
Yeah. Let go. There you are. And then obviously you've got.
That's very smooth.
Right. Yeah. So that's why for pre-war cars they say it's on the button, because you press a button and that when it goes, oh, how's the car? It's on the button. All right.
Okay.
So now you need to put the clutch in, go into first. So all you do is you basically just bit of gas, let the throttle out, let the clutch out, and away you go. As you'll see, there's a bit of a
jolt, yeah.
Perfection.
Okay.
But coming down the box is always a challenge.
Well, it's
that's
judging
the hardest part.
Judging how much to blip it, I assume.
Yes. And there's two ways you can do it. Some people give it just a gentle blip. Other people give it down to worm speed, is it a really long axle to get everything spinning and then in.
Right.
So I'll try third now. Bingo.
There was a little bit of a crunch there, but...
And that is not a crunch, sir. not in any way, shape or form.
A soldier is the girl who adores a parade, and she loves to see her soldier play his part in the grand cavalcade. For the girl who loves a soldier is in love with the right kind of man. When he says, fall in, my darling, well, she falls in his arms while she can.
We are here at Blue Diamond Riley Services Limited at Bicester Heritage. We've been driving some pre-war Rileys. I'm here with head honcho John Lomas. How did I get on? Was it okay?
It was very good, yeah. I have seen a lot worse. No, really good. Got down changes are always a challenge, but that's the challenge for anybody. I get it wrong. So no, I did really, really well, and I think you'll all appreciate the difference between, you know, early 1930s technology and then moving on to mid 1930s technology, and the pre-selector's a lot easier to use and live with, and the power than the, you know, the crash gearbox in
it's a revelation, like just the ease of it, like, you know, asking for your gear and then just bang on the pedal and there it is. Like you're on your way. It's like, it's very modern. The thing I was most impressed with in this, actually, and like you were saying about the engines in these, is just how smooth it was and how kind of refined, and that's, you know,
it's not as agricultural as you think.
You look at a car of this style and you sort of think it's going to be like, you know, clatter, and then, you know, I was holding the starter down thinking it hadn't fired up, and
Yeah, no,
it was just there thrumming away.
I think for me as well, it's about introducing new people to these kind of vehicles, and you can't get across.
It's the experience,
that
isn't
20 miles an hour is as much fun as it is.
Yeah.
Trying to get a gear change, driving that car around there, and actually, you know, these are not Bentley Bugatti prices. This is a car that's £25,000. These are a car that are, you know, £35,000. So, in the scheme of the fun you can get out of it versus a modern,
Yeah, there's a rush to actually getting second into third without a little crunch.
and you can't get that across to someone until they've done it, and you go, I've got a down change, right?
Yeah.
And you want someone to pat you on the back, and that's where, you know, the one downside to it is when you drive these cars for extended periods of time, it's very mentally taxing, and you can't get that across because you are concentrating to a much higher level than you would in a modern. And that's where I take my hat off to the guys who drove them in period, where, you know, they drove them to Le Mans, they drove them round Le Mans, then they drove them home. It's been great to show you, and
It's an eye-opener for sure.
if you want to drive it again, give us a shout.
Mate, I'll take you up on that.
Definitely.
So cool. I want one now.